This man has to have 12 peas on his plate whenever he eats steak. They must be perfectly arranged. When a friend reaches over and takes one, the perfectly arranged peas get messed up. He immediately loses his temper and totally loses interest in the steak.
I gotta go.
When he gets to his father-in-law's house, he sees a steak cooked to medium and it really bothers him. He just leaves without saying a word. This man, named Jack, has severe OCD. Every time he leaves the house, he has to carry a block of black soap with him. Jack carefully places the soap case, then starts his insane and complicated hand-washing ritual. He scrubs with such force and care that he ends up rubbing his fingers raw, only stopping when his hands are completely sore. To clean the blood, Jack uses all the toilet paper in the bathroom. Right after cleaning his hands, he notices a stain on his shirt. He first dips his finger in the soap, carefully applies it to the stain, then lifts his shirt and gets into some awkward position to wash it clean. Finally, he wipes the soap case dry and puts it in his pocket. Just as he's about to leave, he stops. He doesn't want his freshly washed hands touching it. He looks at the sink, but the paper towels are all used up. In the end, he has to hide behind the door and wait for someone to come in to get out. Even at work, he has his OCD. Jack can't stand the biplane wings, so he just breaks them right there on the spot. And that move ends up giving birth to a new kind of single-wing plane. Jack strokes the plane's body, and the engineers immediately get a bad feeling. Sure enough, Jack soon makes another outrageous demand. He wants all the screws to be flattened, so the drag can be reduced to the minimum. At the time, this was basically impossible, but the engineers agreed to try. After relentless effort, they finally made a technological breakthrough. Looking at the flawless body of the plane, Jack is very satisfied. His crazy ideas slowly start to form. Jack decides he wants to fly it himself, but the first flight is always risky. The engineers warn him not to push for speed, but Jack doesn't really care. The moment he sits in the cockpit, it feels like the plane that will change history is finally born.